You started it.
Yeah, who didn't play last week? You're not gonna.
Come on. Because we
Uh,
need intro music. He need.
nah, we need some theme music. We need some theme music up here. We gonna work on that.
That's how I'm coming in the show.
Man,
We get
Flagrant
theme
2
music.
with X and Lou. We are back. Sorry we wasn't here last week. But it really wasn't much going on last week. But we're here this week because there's a lot going on.
That's a lot.
That's
what
a lot.
we're waiting on.
I think that this is, in my opinion, this is probably the biggest trade of the last probably 5 years.
5 years?
Think about it. In the last 5 years,
he's not even Kevin
Durant.
Durant,
Kyrie. James Harden wasn't really a big trade like that. The Kyrie trade was cool, but it wasn't really. And the Kyrie trade was.
No, it wasn't trades. Those were free agencies, matter of. Oh, Kyrie was the Dallas.
Kyrie was a trade. Kyrie was a trade.
Kyrie to New York? I mean to Brooklyn?
No, the trade to Boston.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of the one recent. I was thinking Brooklyn and Dallas, but I was thinking Brooklyn was free agency, like you just said.
Yeah,
and then
in the Dallas trade, that was
that was whatever. Yeah.
And the only other trades you could really think of is the Houston trade from Harden to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
but that wasn't really. I don't really consider that a blockbuster trade either. And then KD went to.
It was free agency. Yeah,
KD went to Brooklyn in free agency. So that really hasn't been like a monumental trade in the last 4 or 5 years that have been monumental. But this one, hold on. Let me pull up the particulars. The particulars. Damian Lillard goes to Milwaukee in a 3-team deal that sends Jrue Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Toumani Camara. If I'm butchering that name, I apologize. They go to Portland. A 2029 unprotected Milwaukee first and an unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 go to the Blazers. And Phoenix gets Yusef Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. And honestly, I'm not really mad at the trade. I think a lot of people are mad because they're mad at Portland for not trading him to Miami. Yeah. But as an organization, you have to do what's best for your organization. And I don't see a better package going to Portland than what Miami could have sent. If Miami could have probably worked out a 3 or 4 team trade.
Yeah. And I'm with you on that. As far as what went around, I think every team did and got what they needed. You gotta understand, even one of the lower things that people are talking about is DeAndre Ayton. And it's not because DeAndre Ayton's who he is, it's because DeAndre Ayton is getting out of Phoenix. Phoenix finally got rid of him.
A lot of people don't understand that move. But if you watch basketball, and particularly if you watch the Suns, you understand that move. He clogs up space. And when you have Book, you got Durant, now you got Bill, you gotta spread that you gotta let them work. Where are you gonna put him when you got these 3 guys on the floor? Especially when you have 3 guys like this that can not only ISO but can create for others.
Yeah, and also on the Phoenix thing, it's the spacing, because Nurkic doesn't help with spacing any either.
He helps a little. Nurkic can shoot.
He helps a little, but he doesn't. He really more of a facilitator in that role. He could do things like that. He gives them a different aspect. But the true thing was the fact that he was on some, wanting to get his touches. Well, you got Bill, Booker, and KD. It ain't much touches going around. We don't need you to have a guy who's going to get you. You don't need to be 20 and 10. We don't need you to get 20 points.
Your touches are going to come from putbacks and
exactly. Only way you get 20
and lobs is it.
Yeah, the only way you get 20 points is if you get 20 rebounds.
Yeah. offensive. Offensively.
That's what we need from you, and that's the difference. That's what changes. Like Nurkic is going to get there, even if they don't keep Nurkic. Let's say if they go ahead and deal Nurkic, but if Nurkic actually stays, if Nurkic stays, he's at a point in his career where he understands, like, yo, I got a chance to win. I'm gonna do what you know what I mean. Whatever I need to do.
Shut up. I'm gonna go to the corner. Where you need me on the floor?
Exactly.
Nah, I get it. And then on top of that, they lost a lot of pieces trading for Bill. So and on top of that, they lost a lot of pieces trading for KD. They're kind of recouping. I mean, you have Grayson Allen who could come off the bench.
Yeah.
You got Keon Johnson. I'm not really sure about Nasir Little like that, but
yeah, he's
getting
a name
back.
I heard.
But you're getting back fair value.
Yeah, you're getting some bodies. Too.
Yeah, and that's really what they needed, because I was looking at it, it's like everything is top heavy. You don't have. It's scary. It's scary. That one of them goes to the bench. All three of them go to the bench. Nah,
that's never
they're
gonna
happen. It's gonna be a staggered.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but I think that they do a little bit better with this. But Drew Holiday, man, I feel bad for him. If any player out of this trade, I feel bad for Drew.
You gotta feel bad, but this is where the Giannis thing comes in effect. Because Milwaukee wouldn't. Yeah, Milwaukee wouldn't even be in this situation. They probably wouldn't even be punting Drew Holiday for Dame.
Yeah.
If Giannis ain't put the pressure on them with that one comment he made, he put the pressure on them, and it's just like, yo, Drew. Yeah, even if we would have kept you, we got Dame Lillard. If we would have found a way to keep you, Drew, some miraculous way, we got Dame. So some of those minutes that you was even getting is over.
Yeah.
And then you already told us, yo, after this contract, it's most likely retirement. Yeah, it's most likely done. So what are we gonna do with you with this 1 year? Like, go run it back? No, let's take our chances, because Giannis' timetable is longer and he wants to win. So let's go get somebody who could actually, not saying Drew can't do that, but somebody who, even if it don't work this year, next year, it's still an opportunity.
Yeah, and what's good about this is because they're gonna contend. I don't know how far into the postseason they're gonna contend, but they're gonna contend. And with Giannis' timetable, he's a free agent in 2025. We're going into this season. They don't get to the finals, but say they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? They lose in the conference finals. That gives them confidence. All right, well, we could run it back. All we need is another body or two. Let's get somebody in. You got the offseason coming up. We'll see, how the free agency market is gonna look. We'll try to pick up some more pieces, and then we'll go for it in 2024. Now, they don't win in 2024. Now you have Dame, who didn't want to. He only wanted to go to Miami. So you got a disgruntled Dame. Now you're gonna have a disgruntled Giannis, because Giannis is obviously gonna feel like this still wasn't enough to sustain winning, because that's what Giannis cares about. He cares about getting rings. He cares about building a legacy and having that longevity. You can't have that without winning. It's nothing to win in a regular season.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And it's just like you said, you might have a disgruntled Dame, because at the end of the day, he wanted to go to Miami. But the truth is, he wanted to be in an opportunity where he can win. So this right here is like, Dame, he could be mad. He has the right to be mad. But at the end of the day, you're in a place where you could win.
Yeah,
for real. They put you up there now to win this year. This is an opportunity to win. So he could be as mad as he want about not going to Miami and whatever weather he was trying to chill and, be the Bugatti boys with Jimmy Butler. But at the end of the day, you have a chance to win. So no matter how mad you get or however you feel, this is what you wanted. Yeah, you got to be happy that you're not in Portland right now and you're next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, an MVP candidate each year, an MVP winner. This is the best teammate that we talking about. They said I seen somebody say Giannis. This is the best teammate Giannis is have. Well, vice versa. This is going to be the best teammate Damian Lillard has ever had. So this is really their chance to truly open up their win rate to actually win this championship.
Yeah, because I mean, what's the alternative? Going to Miami selling off every single asset in order to get him, and then not even having free agency to kind of buffer you. Because at least through free agency, you could be like, all right, we shipping out everybody. Everybody got shipped out. We giving up 6th man of the year. We're giving up bench pieces. We're giving up a lot to get him. Draft capital. You're giving up a lot to get him. What's the end result? Because only that starting 5 is going to be able to compete. If Butler and Bam are the only ones untouchable, and you're adding Dame Lillard to that, what does the nucleus look like after those 3?
You gotta understand. You said their starting 5. There would even be their starting 5 that can compete. It would be a starting 3, their big 3, or maybe 4. Because you would have you already lost some people in free agency to clear up space to have possibly pay to make the trade work with Dame.
Mm-hmm.
So now you was already behind on the 8 ball, because when we talk about trades to Miami, the only people we could think about who would be left is Butler and Bam, and then you would have to, in this market, the way this whole thing is situated now, you got to pay people small money. And they ain't trying. I understand they might want to come to Miami so they could take the small money, but you would have been fighting. You know what I mean? You got to get chemistry together. You got to do a lot. Right now, you're going to Milwaukee where all of these people have chemistry. You're just sliding in.
Yeah, you're literally sliding in, and they already have a starting 5 that they're inserting you into.
That's
that you can literally just go off of.
They took Drew out and put you in. Their defense might have dropped a little, but their offense experimentally
because
went out.
Dame arguably second best shooter in the league behind Curry.
Exactly.
So I mean, you take it from that aspect. Giannis is the best player he's ever played beside. There hasn't been a better player matched up with him at all. Yeah, you could go down the list of everybody who's gone through Portland. They got a washed up Carmelo. McCollum he wasn't even a real Robin. I mean, he was a serviceable Robin. He's not like Dick Grayson. He's not like Nightwing. He's like smaller Robin. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's
not even a Teen Titan Robin. He's just
right. You know what I'm saying? He's a serviceable Robin. He's like, Robin has a cold, so we're gonna get him Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's apples to oranges. I mean, this is his best chance to win, and I feel like it's gonna come at a time where, again, the East is literally top heavy. Yeah, the East is getting better, but the East is getting better because young guys are getting better. But when you still look at the top of the East, it's still Boston, Philly, Milwaukee. That's it. Everybody else is after those 3 teams.
And then Boston. Then I said Boston. I mean, then you got to think about Philly. You're like, yo, they still got their own thing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, it's definitely Boston, Milwaukee, and then Philly. You got to sit there and wait until what they do
and see what happens with Harden, because that's the puzzle piece that hasn't fell yet. And I think that once that Harden piece, once they figure that out, then you could really see what's going to happen with the East. Because I mean, again, East is top heavy. There's not a lot of teams that's going to go into the postseason and win 7 to get past Boston or Milwaukee currently standing. And I could say Philly could be up there, but I mean, honestly, it's all dependent on Harden. And if I was Philly, I'd be on the phone with Portland right now. Hey, I need Drew. What's up? Yeah, y'all trying to keep him.
Drew ain't playing. Yeah, Drew ain't playing no games.
Yeah, he's not playing one game in Portland. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. As soon as I would have okayed the trade, like, all right, yeah, okay, cool, y'all traded me. I'm on the phone with Portland, like, yeah, I don't care, they traded me.
You
I'm
know
never
I ain't
seeing the
coming to
floor in your
Portland.
uniform ever. So I don't know. I want to see. We got to see where these pieces fall right now. Currently standing, Drew is still up in the air. Nobody knows where exactly he's going. And if I'm Philly, I'm on the phone. I mean, if I could be a couple of teams. I'll
It's
say
tough.
this. I say this. I say the Clippers, Philly,
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's really it. Contending wise, I mean, there's
Yeah.
not really a lot of contending teams that need a point guard, especially a
I
point guard
don't know.
of Drew's caliber.
I don't know if they could do it, but you know, if I was the Warriors, man, I'm shipping Chris Paul out.
Nah, I would too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would too. Yo, imagine Drew Holiday and Gary Payton coming off the
Exactly.
bench. Yo, that'd be crazy.
Exactly.
That'd be crazy. And I was gonna bring this up later, but Rudy Gay, 1 year deal.
Oh
I
yeah, I
like that
forgot they
move.
got gay.
I like
Yeah.
that move because you know what? There's no drop off between Wiggins and Rudy. I think defensively a little bit, but offensively, I mean, Rudy inserts perfectly coming off the bench.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be more. They're gonna use Rudy Gay more in the Otto Porter role that they picked him up. How they had Otto not last year, but the
The
year
year
that they
before they won,
won.
yeah.
They're gonna have him more in that role.
I'm not mad at that
So,
either. I mean, I think he'd be perfect in that role.
Yeah. But yeah, we still talking about Dame. And what's the thing about Dame, and we on talk about obviously he's offense, but he fixes a major issue that Milwaukee had. And that was a lot of the fourth quarter executions.
The closing.
Exactly. It's Dame time. Now you got Dame time after you got Giannis. Now Giannis is setting those screens. Giannis is a roller is fantastic.
Yeah. That's deadly.
He's fantastic. So it's like having him in the pick and roll with a guy who's shooting from 35.
It's a
feet
pick your
out,
poison type of.
and then you got a
thing.
guy who dunks on everybody.
Do
or Euro steps past him.
You can't double on the hedge. So to prevent Dame from shooting, or do you drop back looking for a lob for the pass inside? And Giannis is so strong and so fast at attacking the rim that that's tough. That's tough to ask.
Yeah, we got
your primary defender to guard the pick and roll, not to switch, because you're gonna have to stay on Giannis. But you're gonna have to switch too because Dame. Because if you don't switch, you're giving Dame too much space to shoot.
Too much space to shoot.
And if you do switch, Giannis is too strong for whoever you're switching on to him. It's gonna be a pick your point. I mean, that is perfect for them, and especially when you have somebody like what's his face? What's his name?
The new Michael Red.
The forward they got.
Yeah. He's like Michael Red. Yeah. He's like
but
damn, this is bad, bro. God,
I can't think of his name now. I can't think of his name, but his Robin.
I'm glad. I'm
Giannis
glad we're not having this yet, bro. Because damn, they will be pulling up this clip.
They remember my name. Like, remember my name.
I know his face.
You know what? You know what's funny? The reason why we don't remember his name because he's kind of irrelevant right now.
He's absolutely irrelevant.
But it's perfect for him. He could stay healthy. He doesn't have to be, because usually it was him that was closing. It was him that had to close the games for them, and he was inconsistent. Now you have Dame, a consistent closer, who could close out the game for you, and he could go back to his role as a spot-up shooter.
Yeah, it's not that he was inconsistent. I think in that role, closing, he was fantastic. If you talk about inconsistent, probably with his health in the past few years, I give it that. But as far as like him actually closing, he had some moments. He had great moments. And it's just like after those moments, he's got hurt, and it was just like, all right, is what it is.
Yeah. I think that
oh, that's messed up.
I know, right? I ain't about to see
I just thought that's what I was talking about. They didn't play last week, right?
No, we play Monday.
Oh, okay. Oh, y'all ain't playing on Sunday,
Yeah,
right?
we play Monday. We play Tampa Bay. But
Yeah,
but yeah, I man, it's gonna be exciting to watch, man. I say you, East is gonna be really intriguing because after Boston and Milwaukee, you're really gonna have I don't want to say a power struggle for like the seeding for the rest of the
that's
rest of the
exactly
East
what it
teams.
is. It's just up in
But
the air
honestly, yeah,
for
that's
who.
what it is. And once you get there, it's like, all right, it really kind of doesn't matter because we're all expecting Boston versus Milwaukee Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, this is all irrelevant. The rest of them is Mr. Irrelevance.
Does
That's all it
this
is.
change your finals prediction?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah, that's
kind
a good
of
question.
does because we
Because
had
we both had Boston.
Boston,
We both had
and
Boston
it's
in the
like
finals.
with Milwaukee.
Does this change?
It definitely does. I don't care what you say. I don't. Yep. I'm definite because we were still like Boston because it's like you got to think about the other teams, but with Dame in them, it changed. I don't care what you say because I think Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown are two kind of real similar, and they haven't brought out the best of each other. With these two, they could bring out the best of each other. Dame and Dame and Giannis, they could bring out the best of each other. And then with a great, with Brooke Lopez behind holding it down, they good.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
changes everything.
It,
It's like
I
me or water.
This is tough, man. I think what's most exciting is because you know with trades and everything, the chemistry. You gotta Giannis and Dame already have a little bit of a chemistry.
They
They
cooking an all-star
all-star
game?
game, yeah. So they already have a little bit of a chemistry together. It's just about putting it together on the floor. I think that their chemistry could kind of gel a little bit better than Braun and Wade's
Mhm.
chemistry because remember when Braun first went to Miami, they didn't get out to. I mean, what they lost
Yeah.
like almost 12 straight or something like that at one point,
Uh-huh. I
and it was
believe it.
really the chemistry and trying to find out where each other likes to be on the court. This would be different. Dame is the primary ball handler. Dame is gonna be setting Giannis up. Like it's a way different dynamic.
I
I
don't know
think
about
that'll
setting
click
him up,
way
but
better.
he'll have the chance to set him up. Because when you say set up, and like my thing, like even when you was talking about the defensive aspect, no, I said defense, the offensive aspect, what the defense gonna do. I think the defense is gonna blitz, and it sounds crazy, but you gotta blitz Dame
Nah,
because
you have to.
Dame is still kind of small. You put high hands and you got to force him to make passes that he's not comfortable. He don't make these
Yeah,
passes like that. He's not
I
comfortable
agree.
making these
He's
passes.
not he's not the passer that Curry is because I think Curry. It's hard to blitz Curry.
And the thing about it is, it's hard to blitz Curry because Curry's more of a willing passer.
Right, that's what I mean. You can't really fully blitz Curry
Yeah,
because Curry
because
already
Curry,
has in his mind where
yeah,
if they blitz me, I already know where I'm going with the ball.
I'm throwing just Draymond, but it's just his lazy passing is what kills me.
Oh yeah,
Curry's lazy
yeah, his
passing because
lackadaisical passing. Yeah, that
yeah,
kills
it's
me
like
too.
he's not a good passer either. He just knows where to go with the ball. That's it. But Dame, he hasn't had that time. He hasn't really had the player to pass the ball to the team around him where it's just like that touch pass to Nurkic, make another pass to another guy that hasn't really been there. So he has to go over 50 a game
Yeah,
in Portland. But here, he got to be a willing passer.
he has to, and yeah, he has actual. You have a center that's a, could be a what 35 to 40% 3-point shooter. Brooke Lopez can knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at pick and pops. You're looking at, I mean, they could run a double screen where you have Giannis cut into the basket and Brooke popping out to the three. You literally have to pick your. I mean, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna love
is
it.
this is this a bigger deal? Dame being in Milwaukee, is this a bigger deal than KD getting to Golden State?
I don't know about that. The reason why I say that because once KD went to Golden State, it was like guaranteed championships. That's what everybody feel. This one puts them in contention for championships.
Okay.
This don't make Milwaukee the team like, oh my God, this is truly the team to beat. Like, I still don't feel that yet. You know what I mean? I got to truly watch him. But once Durant went to a 73-9 win team, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what it is. Nobody has the chance. Dame with Giannis, I feel like I'm still put him as the top, but I don't put him as high as KD going to the Warriors.
So if we was to compare this to any one trade or off-season acquisition, what would you put this at? Because it's not KD going to Golden State, but would this be like Kyrie going to Brooklyn and joining KD?
I think all three of them. You gotta put Harden, Kyrie, and KD, not just Kyrie and KD. You gotta put Harden with it. And it's still, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where to put it, but I think it's under KD. You know what I mean? KD going to the Warriors. Because I don't know anything else.
KD going to the Warriors, I don't think there's anything that could top that. On off-season acquisition. Because even LeBron going to Miami, it wasn't like guaranteed. It wasn't like we know for sure that they're going to win. It was like, all right, they're definitely going to the finals, but I don't know if they could beat anybody in the West.
Exactly.
This is like KD going to Golden State was like, nah, this.
Yeah, this is messed up. This ain't right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, what is it's the most prolific offense ever when it comes to plus minus, when it comes to field goal percentage, when it comes to 3-point field goal percentage, when it comes to just pure offense. I mean, they were the most prolific offense ever. And this is saying something going off of the year before when Golden State went 73-9. They literally could have won more games had they actually wanted to.
Yeah.
There was no game they just took. They just didn't care. Like, yo, we're too good.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. And not for nothing, the surrounding pieces around that Golden State team, crazy. Because you had bench players coming out in garbage time, and it's still like I can't even do nothing against the bench players. Like, it was that was the I want to say that's probably the greatest team ever assembled.
Yeah. Thanks to
and it's crazy
Curry's
because
ankles.
it wasn't even like the LeBron thing where it's like we got Bosh, we got everybody just kind of came in free agency. It was we just added one player, and it changed the dynamic of the entire league.
You gotta. Hey, look, the Warriors is thankful to Curry's ankles, man, on weak ankles. Because if he wasn't getting paid chicken scraps,
yeah, they would have got KD.
Nope.
KD's not taking a pay cut.
Nah,
I don't blame him. I don't got to take a pay cut, and I get to play with the greatest shooter of all time, with like the third or fourth greatest shooter of all time in Clay. And probably one of the top 5 all defensive players plus point guard ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Draymond is up there. I mean, I put Draymond in my top 5 power forwards. You have to.
You have to.
I mean, he's right there with Tim Duncan and the rest of them. And I think that anybody who doesn't put him in that conversation is either a liar or doesn't watch basketball. You gotta think IQ alone. Think about it. A 6'7" power forward, bro.
6'7". He's 6'5".
Is he?
I just
that's a testament to how he played.
Yeah, I was listening to Iguodala. He's 6'5". He was on a podcast with the white boy, JJ Redick.
Oh, JJ Redick.
Yeah. He said he's 6'5" with like a 7'3" wingspan. It's just his wingspan is crazy.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
That makes sense because and you know what's crazy, because I think what we look at when we look at Draymond and how he defends, he plays a lot bigger than his
Way
height.
bigger.
So you don't really, all right, he's 6'5", but he don't play like he's 6. He plays
No.
like he's 6'9", 6'10". I
Mhm.
always until probably a couple of years ago, I really thought he was like 6'9", 6'10".
That's the
So
fact. The way
serious.
he played,
I'm
because
so
they always
serious.
list him at like 6'6", 6'7". They
Yeah,
list
6'6",
him at like
6'7".
6'7", but
Yeah,
everybody had the
yeah. I mean, even
different. But
which
now
is
this
funny
year,
because KD puts his height lower, even though he's like
yeah,
7'1".
yeah. But now I think, don't they got like the real doctors where they got to go in and
They
do
gotta
the
do their
actual
real weight
ones?
and their real height. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like now everybody's like, oh damn.
I mean, because you look at it now, KD listed 6'11".
Thank goodness they need to
Yeah.
stop lying about this stuff.
Six,
I mean, but it's a new
no,
era now,
no way he
so
was like 6'9", 6'10". No
nah.
way.
It's a new era, so thank goodness we're
Not
not
yet.
lumped into certain positions and you do certain things. So now guys can say they're 7'5", they could dribble the ball, they could shoot the ball,
Wemby.
yeah. So you could do that.
But I wanted to get into this one subject.
All right, let's do it.
Let me get this out the way. But yeah, I was on Twitter, right? I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
Scrolling around, doing my normal scroll. I'm sorry, X. I was on X.
Oh yeah. Hey, look.
They said if Luka had better defense, he would be the GOAT. Thoughts?
I don't. It's the thing. The GOAT, and we were talking about this GOAT conversation. It embodies a lot. And if he did have better defense, he would be oh man, he would be crazy. But I don't know about a GOAT. It's tough because right now, as we speak about basketball, and we got to take LeBron out of the GOAT thing now. Like not as far as like, because we got to move on to the next GOAT. If you know what I mean. We gotta move on to the next actual GOAT. Cause Jordan had his GOAT era.
Mhm.
Now LeBron has his GOAT
LeBron has
era.
his. Mhm.
And now we gotta find the next GOAT.
And
it's like
everybody kind of looking for.
yeah. So like, yeah, so they just pushing him into that. But I don't know. It's just the GOAT, you have either an aura, a vibe, everything about you that says like, yo, I'm the GOAT. And Luka, he just doesn't, you know what I mean? He don't give you that vibe. He gives you that fantastic player who's going to cook, who's going to kill, who's going to get at least a championship. We know he's getting a championship. I'm giving him a championship by the time this is over.
Yeah.
But I don't know about a GOAT. It's
But do you think that Luka's gonna have a championship with Dallas, or is he gonna win it elsewhere?
It's tough. I gotta
Because
say,
I think Luka fed up with Dallas.
yeah, I would be, because they ain't giving much so far. And then just to watch Jokic win this year, it's going to be a tough thing to keep him. They got to do something major, and it depends on how Kyrie and them work this year. What's really going to happen? Because the media is going to feed that story something crazy.
Yeah,
that it's time for him to leave, and it might
but
be
I
true.
mean, honestly, I think it's time for him to leave now.
Yeah, it might be true. You got to do what you got to do. Go, just see if Denver could pull out a way to get you there. You feel me? That would be annoying.
All right. Which player will become the most scary? The scariest player that ever exists? Would it be Allen Iverson with Kobe's height, Russell Westbrook with Curry shooting, Carmelo Anthony with LeBron's playmaking, or James Harden with Kawhi's defense?
Mm. Because I like both sides of the floor, you know.
Mhm.
So it's tough. I would like to say Melo, but because if Melo could have made his teammates better and
They'd have
actually,
probably won.
they would
Yeah,
have go crazy.
because
But
imagine Melo in New York with LeBron's playmaking.
that's what I'm saying. And then the ability to still make all those shots
Yeah,
around the rim, those mid ranges, and now when the doubles come through the mid ranges, he just actually dropped the ball off,
instead of taking a contested shot.
bro. That's really my pick. But then I also got to think about James Harden with defense.
James Harden with Kawhi defense is kind of crazy though. Imagine
Crazy.
he's not just the beard, but he's the claw too, like the beard
That's
claw.
crazy.
That will be crazy. I don't know. I look
But
at AI with Kobe's height though. That's deadly too, because AI was type unstoppable at his own height. He's listed 6'1", but
yeah,
really
but
only
we
about
know he was
5'11",
like,
something like that.
just touching
But
6
Kobe's
feet.
height, what 6'6", 6'7", that
But
ball
I
handle,
I
that's
always
crazy.
go into things like that thinking like, yo, if somebody was 6'6", would they even play the way they played?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's why I would probably go with Westbrook with Curry shooting,
Because
because
he's so
that's literally
tenacious.
the only aspect of his game that he doesn't really truly
Yeah,
have.
because his tenacity on the court is crazy, his
So
energy. So if he could
imagine,
just stop shooting those fucking backboard mid ranges and shoot a three,
bro,
and then if he don't shoot it, basically that's
and
Dame,
you
but
would have to defend him,
supercharged.
bro. You would have to defend him 100 feet, and if he gets by you, he's not stopping for a three. He's dunking on you.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
That's like
dunking.
Dame. That's like Dame supercharged, bro.
Yeah,
Because Dame got
crazy.
posters.
Yeah, nah, Dame does, but I mean,
So
it's
it's
not
like,
like it's not. But
yeah, it's not
I
like,
think the only thing Dame lacks is Westbrook's tenacity to attack the
yeah, to
rim.
attack the
But
rim.
Westbrook, that's the
That
thing
Westbrook would be
that would be
crazy.
crazy. Think about it. I'm coming down the court, right? Coming down the court, I stop, pump like I'm about to shoot a three, because you have to respect it. Straight to
And
the
I
rim,
come flying from the
easy,
free throw line.
easy, easy. And then now you stepping back. Okay, cool. Cool. 40 feet. I don't care. I'm letting it
Yeah,
fly.
that'd be annoying. Plus, trust me, we play 2K, so we know that would be annoying.
Yo, that'd be crazy, because literally, that's literally the only thing missing from his game. And he wouldn't even have to play the way Curry plays
Nah.
to get it all, because Curry doesn't have the strength and the vert to do what Westbrook does. But Westbrook with Curry shot, nah, bro.
Yeah,
Nah.
Starks, that's a fact. Absolutely
Yeah.
unstoppable.
Unstop. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Westbrook with Curry shooting, but James Harden with Kawhi's defense is like a close second for me, because
Yeah.
bro,
I just, it's the
Harden,
thing with that, with the Kawhi and Harden thing. It's like now you got to play both ends of the floor. That's
yeah,
why that
that's
changes the
crazy.
dynamics. Like,
That's crazy.
and what I'm saying that is because Kawhi is somebody who's offensively gifted, not gifted, but developed the offense.
Right.
His defense was just innate,
Yep.
but he doesn't play like that, that defensive guy that he first came in as, because he has such an offensive load. So even though James Harden would have his defense, he wouldn't play like that all the time. So it's like,
I don't know
you
because
see what I'm saying?
Harden's offense is very methodical. It's not fast, but it's not slow. It's very thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? It's almost
But
like art. The way
what
that
I'm
he
saying
can get
is
to the
it's
rim, he's
tiring.
strong.
That's what I mean. It's tiring. James Harden, by the end of the season, he's tired as is. Now you're playing both ends of the court. You know how
Yeah,
tired he'd
but
be at halfway through the season?
let's say with Harden with Kawhi's defense is
high. It's
he got his
high. It's up
cardio up.
there.
He got his wind underneath him.
It's up there. If
Playing
we
both sides of
talking
the
about
floor.
unlimited Gatorade, yeah,
Unlimited Gatorade.
yeah.
Unlimited Gatorade boost. He got it all, bro. He got it all. He got all three. He got all three Gatorade boosts. 2K players know what we talk about. He got all three Gatorade boosts.
He's going crazy.
He's going crazy. He's going.
Yeah.
He don't even need. He
6'5"
don't even need
already.
the offensive boosters. He just give me the Gatorade boosters. That's it.
Yeah, he's already
That's it.
6'5". Like he's going crazy.
Bro,
but that Melo with playmaking, nobody's stopping him. That's
I think that one got me.
Like that
this one is hard. This one is hard. That's why I only go with Westbrook with Curry shooting only because
it's crazy.
Offensively, it's unstoppable. But you made a great point with Allen Iverson with Kobe's height, only because usually with the height and everything, you're gonna have to play differently.
Yeah,
but
if he had his handles,
the only thing that doesn't change is the ball handling. He would still be able to break down the defense, bro.
Yeah,
the only thing changing really is the height. If we're keeping everything else intact and giving him Kobe's height, so we everything is intact with AI. We're giving him 6'7" height.
Fierce competitor. Oh man, this whole entire list,
bro. That's difficult. It's with his ball and bro. You know how much junk? First of all, he already crossed up Jordan at his own height. Imagine he did it at Kobe's height,
and then he would have boomed on what? He been booming.
Crazy, bro. You're not taking that mid range and booming it
because he was already dunking at 6 foot. Like at 6'6", he would be booming.
Bro, that walk over Ty Lue, walk over Ty Lue hits different, bro. It's different. I'm telling you, it hits different. So I don't know. This it's tough, but I'm gonna go with Curry. But I like your pick though. I like Melo with LeBron's playmaking because it's just a different dynamic. You think about the Knicks, the year that they really should have went all the way at least to get to Miami, but they, Stoudemire did some dumb stuff. They lost to the Celtics, whatever.
Yeah.
Matt,
that would unlock everything though. For them.
You're doing pick and rolls. We go small ball. Stoddy at the 5. Melo at the 4.
Melo was at the 4. You got J.R. Smith. You got
J.R. Smith. You got Felton. You got Kid.
Kid at the
even if we go all the way small ball, put Melo at the 5, bro.
Kid was a sniper at that era too. Like
bro, it's different, bro. And then you had shooters, bro. You had shooters coming over. You had Novak coming off the bench. You had Felt. You had J.R. Smith because he was in and out the lineup. They had shooters everywhere. That entire Prigioni.
Yeah, and then they would probably change the roster because some of those guards wouldn't have been there because you needed those guards to handle the ball and pass.
Yeah, you needed the guards.
So you would have had a little more.
I still think you get Kid. I still think
Kid, but you would have had a little more impact and athleticism out there because you would have had Stoudemire still. He ain't jumping as high as he was, but he still could dunk. So the thing about it, now you got Melo who could pass the ball to him.
Yo,
he's already throwing it to. You could throw it to. J.R. Smith was a flyer. Iman Shumpert was a cutter. Like, come on.
Pick and rolls with Stoddy, bro. That's different. Stoudemire setting a pick for Melo on the wing.
Yeah.
And Melo got the vision. I'm coming off the pick. They blitzing. I got a wide open J Kid in the court. Yo, bro, different, bro. Different.
Yeah.
That Knicks win in the finals.
Yep.
They beating the Heat. I'm calling it right now. They beating the Heat in 5. LeBron gonna get them 1. They beating the Heat in 5. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, that'd have been.
I think if Melo would have developed, I think that's the only thing that he really never, because when he got to Denver, he literally had the green light. It wasn't no passing, wasn't no. When he got to Denver, who was their point guard? Because Chauncey didn't come. I think Chauncey came in like his.
No, it definitely wasn't Chauncey.
It wasn't Chauncey.
You can miss me. You can miss me with that point guard because I don't nobody know who that point guard was.
Was it Snow? Was it Eric Snow?
Was he playing with Eric Snow?
Snow was No, I think Snow was still in
Snow was Cleveland, wasn't he?
Snow was still in Cleveland. Yeah, who was their point? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. Carmelo rookie year point guard. Who was their point guard? Man,
Oh no.
it's not even coming up the way I want. We're gonna come back to that because it's just giving me his rookie stats. Oh
Yeah.
wait, before we end the episode, I do want to bring
What's
this
up?
up. That year, should Carmelo have won the rookie of the year?
Oh hell yeah! What are you talking about? Melo should have had that, man. But
Over
it's
Braun, man. I
it's
think
the
Braun only
hype.
won it because it's Braun. And
Yeah.
they already had crowned him the Messiah. Not giving him rookie of the year would have kind of like, stopped
Dampened
the,
it. Yep.
the talk, and it would have been the but that's literally what it was. And I don't like how when he came into the league, it was immediately Kobe versus Braun. It should have been Kobe versus Melo. Melo arguably had a better rookie year. It's not even arguably. Statistically, he had a better rookie
year.
Yep. The eye test, he had a better rookie year. LeBron ultimately had the better career, but that first year,
you had to give it to him. Melo needed that. Like that, I think that's just messed up. But
and you can make the argument, Carmelo kind of had a better team in Denver. Cleveland didn't have, but Cleveland had the number one pick for a reason. But it's still a lottery. There was no guarantee he was going to Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, it was still like it was still close, still regardless. But I think Melo should have got it. But LeBron did play good.
Nah, he did. He played good. It was his rookie
their team. Look, that team.
That team was doo-doo.
Yeah, he did bring him up crazy.
That team was
doo-doo.
Yeah, I think that the best player outside of LeBron that year was Zagauskas.
Yeah,
their center.
Yeah, definitely.
And other than Eric Snow, I mean, can you name any other player on that rookie team? I mean, really?
Forget that now.
I can't.
Can we name it? Was it Darius Miles was there?
Was Darius Miles? I think Darius Miles.
He was. You know why? The only reason I'm thinking he was is because you remember they had that clip when they ain't even won him. They was like, "Who we need him." That's the only reason I remember. They had Darius Miles when he was doing this right here the year before. They was doing all of this and losing. Yeah. They was exciting, but they was losing.
It was. Melo should have won, man. Melo should have won. Matter of fact, I think Melo's best year to win while he was in Denver was the year Allen King, when AR came.
I mean, it was the best.
They still had Chauncey.
Talent-wise, yeah. But they still had Chauncey. Those two still, I said Melo. Iverson still being that guy.
Iverson was a little selfish.
That's what it is. That was their best chance. If he wasn't as selfish,
their best chance roster-wise.
They would have had,
But I think overall, Carmelo's best chance was with the Knicks, with Woodson. Under Woody, they should have. It was once they got to the playoffs, everything was just really dysfunctional. They had a terrific. Melo was in the MVP conversation. He led the league in scoring. I mean, Melo played like that was his best year playing in the league. Period. Yeah. He played at an MVP level. I can't name any other year where he was literally an MVP. And even that year, I think he should have won the MVP. LeBron won it, didn't he? Was that 2014?
Probably.
I think LeBron won it.
Probably LeBron was just his biggest hater.
It's crazy because LeBron stopped so many players from getting a ring that's not talked about. It's always talked about that the players that stopped LeBron from getting a ring, Curry, Kawhi, etc. But it's not talked about that LeBron stopped a lot of great players from getting a ring.
I mean,
Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony. I'm just talking about in the Eastern Conference period. I'm not even talking about on the Western Conference side.
Yeah, in the East.
Eastern Conference side,
just because he went there enough, yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, the team that was assembled in Boston with Ray and KG and Paul Pierce, they arguably could have won more rings or at least got to the finals more often. They had a great squad too. But LeBron literally got to the finals and stopped a lot of premier Eastern teams from going.
Yeah, LeBron toes.
LeBron stopped who? LeBron stopped a lot of people, man. And you think about it, LeBron prevented.
I mean,
Ray Allen doesn't go to Miami without them stopping him in the conference finals the year before.
I mean, if that's how you want to see it, like I'm with it. Like, all right, cool, yeah, you stopped them in the East, but like, yo, the people who stopped them is the winners, and you know what I'm saying? Like, the winner of that year is the stopper.
LeBron has been to the finals more times than most franchises have even gone to the conference finals, which is
that's a applaud. That's an accomplishment in itself. But what you think is, he stopped the East, but stopping like is like the league. Like, you're the winner of the league. If you went there all those times, say because he went there like 9 times. Right?
And I agree with that. He should have won.
Yeah, if he won like 7 out of those 9
and not win.
Yeah.
And not win. I mean, you look at all the greats. When you name all the greats, when you listen, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kareem, Magic, they won more times than they lost going to the finals. I mean, Bill Russell, 11 championships. He went 12 or 13 times. 11 championships. Larry Bird went 4 or 5 times. He has like 3 or 4 rings. Magic got 4 rings. Kobe got 5 rings. So when Kobe was 5 for 7. So when you look at it from that aspect, I mean, you can't
get there and not win it.
Yeah, I can't. I can applaud him for his career, but I can't applaud him for the finals because in the biggest moments on the biggest stage, if you're the best player in the world, you have to find a way to win. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
So it's like, he stopped people from getting to the finals, but he ain't. I don't know. Like you said, he shut down the East. He shut down the East.
He shut down the East. He did. He shut down the East.
He got to win it. For to be the
12, 13 years, he shut down the East. But it's bigger than shutting down the East because you got to shut down the West. And honestly, I think by the time he went to the West, by the time he went to Los Angeles, the West was already. It was top heavy at that time. It wasn't 8 teams literally that could go to the finals. Right now, the way it is, 4 teams could go to the finals in the West right now.
Yep.
Everybody else, it is what it is. You could literally name the 4 teams. Back then, LeBron was in the East. You couldn't name the team that was going to the finals.
The team.
You couldn't name them. San Antonio, Dallas. You had Los Angeles. The list goes on. Phoenix, because when LeBron was over there, I mean, you still had the 7 seconds of death.
Yeah, 7 seconds or less.
Yep, you still had Dallas. You had Dirk. San Antonio. You had the big 3 in San Antonio.
Yeah,
then you had Kobe. And then on top of that, it was like there was so many teams in the West. The West was stacked. I can't say the West is stacked anymore.
No,
it's top heavy.
Yeah,
it is.
That's both of them is. It's just who's top heavier.
outside of the top 4 teams in the West, outside of the Suns, the Suns, Denver. You could. I'm not putting the Clippers in there. No. Outside of the Suns. They even right now, you really can't name. I can name 2 teams right now that I know for sure that could probably get to the finals. The Suns and the Nuggets. That's it. After that, it's a toss-up. You have Golden State. You have what? Sacramento.
Oh, Sac, yeah.
You got Sacramento.
Still learning, so it's like
they still learning. But they're in the conversation. You want to be in the conversation. They're in the conversation, right? But that's what I'm saying. After those two teams, it's everybody is just in a conversation. It's just okay. Well, if they do this and things
Yeah,
go their
it's things
way,
go their way. That's type of stuff, but it's no certainties. Like,
yeah, there's no
these are
certainty.
them.
The only certainty I can see currently, Denver,
Yeah,
Phoenix.
that's a fact. Like he said, it's like T Time said, man. He said it's low key stack. It's low key is, but it's still things
Low
gotta
key, it is. I'm
move
not
in
gonna lie.
there
Low key,
right.
it is.
Yeah, it gotta move the right way for them. Kings,
Golden
That's what
State
he said.
Lakers.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. They're in the
but it's like,
conversation. They're in the conversation right now. It's not as it was back then where it was all these teams and as soon as they get to the playoffs it's going to be a battle and you don't know who's exactly going to the finals because they're so stacked. Right now, it's a lot of these teams, they're going to be in a conversation, but they're not in a conversation for correct seeding. A lot of these teams, they're playing so they don't have to be in the playing period.
mm-hmm.
I need to win enough and be sure that I'm not in the play-in, because if I get to the play-in, there's no guarantee I could get out the play-in.
Yeah,
And the Lakers is one of those teams. If the
Lakers
Lakers get to the play-in and they play somebody like Sacramento, my money's on Sacramento. There's no guarantee that the Lakers is going to get past Sacramento.
Yeah.
You can't sleep on the Lake Show that picked up some. I like what they picked up. I do. They got my boy Vincent from Miami. He's tough, blue collar guy. He's gonna be a hustle player for them, but still, that doesn't move the needle.
Yeah, that doesn't.
LeBron is old. LeBron is in his waning years. AD can't stay healthy.
That boy hurt.
Austin Reeves is a
up and coming, but you never know. Yeah, you never know what he's really gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough. They don't have enough guys that's one proven. You need, in order to win a championship, especially right now, you need proven vets, and you need guys that at the very least are going to be consistent enough to give you 15, whether it be starting or off the bench. Have to be consistent. And then you need defensive. So many variables.
Yeah, I don't know about a minimum of the 4th seed. I could see it be a 4th seed, but I don't know about
Lakers.
They could be a 5th.
I don't think that that's their minimum. I think their minimum is playing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Their minimum is playing because
it's 6 at least.
They're
right out of it.
The Lakers are depending on health.
That's the thing.
AD hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. He hasn't. LeBron hasn't been healthy these past 2 years. So you need an old 40-year-old phenom to be healthy.
No, you're talking about Christian Wood off the bench. You wow.
Christian
Wood.
Wow. He don't move the needle, bro. He don't move the needle. Christian Wood don't move the needle.
16 and 8. If
Christian
you're doing
Wood
16 and 8
hasn't
off
been
the
Christian
bench,
Wood
bro,
since he was in Houston, bro. Because he wasn't Christian Wood in Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where you got to play for some things, it's different. Where you actually playing to win, it's different than just playing for numbers.
I trust Austin Reeves more than I trust Christian Wood, and I don't trust Austin Reeves.
If you would have said 16 and 8 from
Austin
Reeves,
I can see that. I can see that. Christian Wood? Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, I see that out of Rule before I see that at Christian Wood.
That's a fact.
I like Rule. I'm high on Rule, but I don't see that out of Christian Wood.
Yeah,
I think Christian Wood is going to be.
Low on him.
He was a solid pickup for them. I think he was a solid pickup.
Like you could be hopeful. I could be hopeful that he does that.
They still lack a center. They still lack a center. AD is. I would not put AD at 5. I don't know why anybody will put AD at 5. AD at the 4 is your best chance. Get it. What the Lakers should have did was went after Gobert.
Yeah. Now I understand he averaged that, but like I was saying, when you're playing for something and you're just not playing out there, it's a different ball game. And
honestly, it's a different ball game when you're playing alongside LeBron.
Yeah, you're playing the Lakers is different, bro. So
yeah,
I don't think
when you're playing with LeBron, you need guys. LeBron is the type of person that needs people around him that are floor spacers, that are able to, that he can facilitate to, and he could decide what he's gonna do with the ball at that point in time. Because in the half court, LeBron is the point guard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't think Christian Wood is gonna.
Christian Wood don't move the
hopeful. I'm hopeful that he does, so he can show that he's really that guy because he has a good skill set, and I'll always root for him. But
Christian
he's been
Wood
showing and letting down. Go ahead.
He would have been better served on the Clippers. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
he would have
I
been
can
better
see
served
that.
on the Clippers. Because you think about it, I mean, the Clippers really don't have a 4. They don't have. You know who the Clippers should have went after?
Who?
Jeremy Grant.
Oh yeah, that shit went after him early. But Portland tried to satisfy Dame and thought that was the right move.
But I think
which we knew it wasn't.
If the Clippers are smart, like Philadelphia, the first thing they're doing is getting on the phone with Portland. Hey, I want Drew. What's it gonna take to get him?
I'm trying to get everybody.
I mean, if the Clippers, your window is right now. How many real years you gonna get out of Kawhi and PG?
You ain't getting no real years since they got there. Let's keep it a stack. You ain't getting no real years.
But nah, that's our time, y'all. We'll be back next week. Flagrant 2, X and Lou. Yeah.
Man, y'all, come on, y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above, man. Your boys are signing out.
See y'all next week. Promise we'll be back next week.
Promise.
Maybe.